Just having a quick Christmas nap, having a bit of a break. Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Survival Challenge. In case you're interested, I've just cleaned my oven. Wow, that's bright. Yes, and it's currently switched on. I am cooking some stuff, some Christmassy nibbles. But yeah, it is, despite Christmas, still time to farm. The farm never takes a break. So we are going to be continuing today. Hopefully you are having a fantastic Christmas, by the way. And yeah, this is going to be kind of one of those videos where it's filmed in the summertime and you're supposed to believe that it is Christmas. Like, you know, when you're watching those cookery programs and it's Christmas special and it's obviously July outside, but they're all togged up wearing their Christmas jumpers and stuff and saying Merry Christmas, and you can see through it all. But yes, that is the general idea here. Anyway, we have the Christmas tree up and it's looking absolutely fantastic. But we need to continue with selling these bales. These are from, well, the episode before Christmas, and I think the best thing to do is just to put them into the anaerobic digester, because we have loads more to do. I need to free up the trailer. Also, this tractor could do with a clean. And also today, we are going to tidy the yard, because it's something that has to be done. So yeah, first of all, we'll get all the wrapping completed. We'll get it all put into the processor. Then we can tidy. And then we can wait until midnight and see how much money we have actually made. It is going to be quite interesting to see. So yeah, let me just do this first, and then we'll get a time lapse started of the wrapping. I think I will change the wrapper though. Just realised my steering wheel has disabled, so I'm going to have to just put that back on. It's only when you go back to using a keyboard that you realise how much you love using a steering wheel. Pop this bale in. Yes, they're all 4,000 litres, they're all baled already, which needs to be wrapped. And I think on this series they're always going to be 4,000. I don't really want to be adjusting the capacity of the bales. There we go, got the steering wheel back. Yeah, so let's get this finished off. And I think, yeah, during the same time we'll head back over to the store, after making sure that I do have the money to replace the wrapper. I think I probably do, because I seem to remember that I bought the used version of this wrapper, then I fixed it up, and that's probably added quite a bit of value. In fact, we'll probably profit out of it. And it is a good wrapper, I do like it, but I think for a video series, just using it the once was fine. Otherwise there's a lot of tabbing between the tractors, because you have to manually unload it. There might be an automatic unload script, not too sure. Right, well that has actually turned out really well. It was 7,000 and something, which is absolutely fine. That's for a used machine, although because 4D modding actually does set, well, there's two separate mods, one used, one new. I had to keep this one set as new with the used machinery mod, if that makes sense. Otherwise I'd be basically getting two discounts, because it's already cheaper from 4D modding, and then applying another used price would just be cheating. So, yeah, this is going to be faster. It's not the fastest machine. I did hear somebody else say this actually in my comment section. They said, oh, don't use this one here, because it's just too slow. But it's way faster than having to put them all on there with a front loader. So I'm very happy with it. And also, it's a fantastic model. So well done. Very highly detailed. I did actually spend a bit more on those tyres just there. I think it was worth it because it just looks so good. Yeah, fantastic mod. And yeah, I don't think that was too slow. It's just doing a thorough job. Putting enough wrap on. So I think, again, the best thing to do here is to time-lapse. I have done about 40 to 45% of the field. That missed. So it's not like we're doing the whole field. There we go. Yeah, I don't know exactly how many it's going to be, but you can see them all. I think the other thing I'd like to do when we tidy up is put in a track, because I've been saying for many episodes that I want to put a track in, and this episode is perfect. It's the right time to put one in, because at the moment I'm just sort of going through the forest, going over some very rough terrain, and I know it's going to sound ridiculous, but I want to put a track straight through the middle of the field. I will harvest the track first, so we're not wasting the crop. But ideally, unless I go just to the left of this crop that's just growing here, this piece wants to be fully grown first, but I don't think it's going to be. Crop growth is currently switched off because I don't want this grass to grow too much. So yeah, we'll probably just come out at the bottom of here. It will make sense later. And then it'll be a case of getting everything loaded up and put into the processor. Now I'm just wondering if we should give some to the pigs. I think we probably should do. And I can unload, I think, straight into their trough. I don't know what happens if I just drop a bale next to their trough. It might accept it, I'm not too sure. I think it will. Well, even if it doesn't really matter. We can put one there for later, when we can mix one and put it into the trough with a machine. Right, so there are still quite a few left. Well, there's a few left. There's 4 here, 2 down there, 3 down there. So we're getting there. I've done the majority of them, but this is my test to see if I can just give them a silage bell. They do have quite a bit of food already, but as we know, they take mostly silage. Probably too far away anyway. If I just push that over, yeah, looks like it probably has to be put into a feed mixer, but that's fine. We'll just leave it over here. Unless it's actually, I think it is possible to open these things. Then yeah, if I at least it used to. Maybe that was a different mod. I know you can delete them. Yeah, I'm sure I opened one at once in FS19. Anyway, I'll take a few over there. We'll put them nicely to one side for later. Yep, so I'll get everything done. There are a few actually. A few dotted around. Then it'll be time to load them all up. Which actually shouldn't take too long. And they might all fit on one trailer. Because before I just did a single row on top. This time I'm going to do a double row, and if I really pushed it I could go for a third row in the middle. So yeah, I'm going to make sure it all fits on. Well, I think that's the final bale. But since I don't need this tractor anymore at the moment, I think I will just keep it here. Because then if I do see another one, I can just wrap it. So, next thing, as I've already said, is to get them cleared out of the field. I'm sure one of my grain silos over there is leaning. Can't quite tell. SpaceX could make them fly. Yep, looks to be leaning. Interesting. We are almost there. Just a few bales left to load. And it's funny, whenever you start putting them on the trailer, it always feels like there's much less. Because before, when I was looking at the field, I thought, oh, wow, there's got to be at least 3 layers worth on a trailer. But by the look of it, it's just going to fill the second layer fine. And yeah, I do want to strap these, but yeah, sometimes when I strap them, whenever I'm trying to get the other ones off, they don't come off very easily. I think it's just because it doesn't allow you to move the existing bales. And I think, yeah, the final 2, or maybe 1, I'll take just on the front loader. There's no point wasting time loading it up. Okay. So we have 2 more pairs left. 6 apples. Oh, sorry, no. 2 more pairs of bales. And, yeah, the one over there. So I did try and put them over the other side, but I think I've sort of put those in the middle. So that's backfired. Maybe I can persuade them across without pushing them off. Yeah, that's risky, but possible. Maybe. This is why I tend to time-lapse things, because I feel I've got more focus, but then I don't want to make the entire video just of a time-lapse. Ooh, okay, that's looking fine. So there is actually space for 1 more bale. If I get the one over here, I can then transport the other 2 on the forks, or any single bale, but those 2 are together, so it would make sense. And this is on the correct side. So that is the entire field moved. And, well, the entire field with the exception of 3 will be sold at midnight. So I really can't wait to see the amount of money that we make. I think it is a flat rate of £400 for every 1,000 litres. In case you haven't noticed yet, I hate stacking round bales. I could stack them the other way, but I always realise that halfway through stacking. And I don't know if you can carry as many. I guess you can, because, yeah, they are cylinders after all. Yeah, probably would make it easier. Right, so we have these 2 left. Okay, there we go. We've got 2 on the front, and yeah, I don't know how many on the back, but if you want to try and count them, you can do. Want to put the track in. Don't know if it's going to be today. It's always the same. Whenever I start recording a video, I always think, oh yeah, we can get all this done in this video, and then an hour and a half passes in real time, and I feel like I've done nothing. I usually set aside an hour and a half to 2 hours to record a video, and sometimes I have recorded for 2 hours, and when I edit it, it comes to 19 minutes. It is astonishing how much time you actually have to record for, unless I just pressed record and started talking continuously for 30 minutes without doing any time lapses or anything. no jump cuts. But I try and keep the videos snappy. And the way I do it, I think, is the best way of doing that. That way you get to hear a bit of my chuntering halfway through. A bit of my rambling on. Yeah, it's a good load. So good. I am very impressed with that field because we mustn't forget it was never fertilised. It is just a piece of grass that I have bought and it's had nothing done to it at all. It was even full of weeds. So the money we make out of this is just going to be such a massive piece of extra money for the farm. Did sort of play that down actually, didn't I? But yeah, I couldn't have done much to it because I just literally bought it. I don't know if you can even fertilise fully grown grass. No, you can't do. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. No, my trailer's tipping into the water. Yeah, I shouldn't have left the dolly on the front facing that way. Okay. Yeah. Ferguson. Where's the Ferguson? Here it is. We can use it as an anchor. And yes, this place does need to be tidied up. Which we're going to do momentarily. I'm making a mess of this. There goes the fuel. Yeah, so I just want to attach it to it. I can build the bank up if I want to. In fact, we could even build where the water is. We could just raise the ground level. But I do like it. It's quite pretty, so it would seem a bit of a shame. But if we wanted to, we could build here. It's not even deep. The deepest part is like up to my waist. One has fallen off. I don't think it's in the water. Probably wouldn't matter too much. Obviously it's just been wrapped, so... Well, I have skewered it with this, but despite that, the water wouldn't have got in otherwise. So we'll just retrieve it. Ah yes. Not even having a swim. Wasn't brave enough. Must be cold. Okay, so how do I tidy the yard up? That is the question. We could really do with some more storage. Until midnight we're not going to have the money, but we could get some extra storage at some point. Yeah, the trailer is the sort of thing which is just going to stay in the middle of the yard because it just doesn't need to be undercover. I wonder if this can tow it. Yep. Empty trailer though, not too heavy. It could just stay there. So yeah, I'm now going to begin the clearing or the tidying up process. Some of the things will have to be moved by hand, like the fuel barrels just here. Just put them to one side. Don't think we can pick up that. These could obviously be put on top of the fuel barrel to make it really neat. These ones are for the Ferguson, and the big one is for the Massey Ferguson and the Fiat. These are just 20 litres, I think. And over on this side we have some bales, and it's also the fertiliser store. Not much in here at the moment. Obviously we've got the big shed over there which needs to be tidied. So let's just once again have another time lapse. I do apologise for the amount of time lapses in this video, but I think it's just the best way that this can be viewed. The one over there is the machinery shed, and that's how it's going to stay, with the exception of the combine harvester. Because I think that is probably best over here. But I might park it a different way round. Yes, I'm feeling adventurous. Like this orientation. Should have become clear fairly soon. Love the tree. I really do. Right, so I will see you when the farm is looking much tidier. That is the machinery shed done. As you can see, some things are blocking others in. I've tried to put things to the back which I'm not going to use very often, like this plough, which I never use. Potato planter is rare. Just done the baling and wrapping, so it's going to be a little while. And there's only a trailer blocking that in anyway. And we can also get that out, I would imagine, if the Ferguson was moved. So ideally, yeah, we just need to have one more open fronted shed. Then nothing will be blocked in. But for now, this is just enough to get by. I did say I need to wash this tractor, I will do. I think we can just park that in there, it should be fine. And then we have a Ferguson trailer and also pallet fork. I really didn't expect to still have this combine at this stage, but it's just been so good and we haven't been able to afford to replace it anyway, so I don't know what this series would have done without it. It would have been very tricky. Because although it's got such a tiny capacity grain tank, it's still been so valuable to us. Yep, so we've just got that, and I think, yeah, the bale store and fertilizer store is fine. Okay. Come along, Ferguson trailer. I know you've put on weight, but this is taking it too far. At this rate, I'm going to fly into the air. There we go. Too many Christmas chocolates. Now I've forgotten the thing. Oh. Yeah, just get that on the front of there. And that is going to be us all tidied up for now. Oh, you can see the greenhouse has run out of manure. So there are quite a few jobs for the next episode, and I think it is going to be time to harvest the soybeans, and that means we're going to be baling soybean straw, which is going to be worth so much money. So yeah, this is definitely the turning point of the farm. I think there's going to be a rapid growth in the first month of 2021. It's going to be interesting. Just put that there. There we go. And yeah, quick rinse. And then it'll be time to see how much money we've made. It's going to look better for a clean. Much better. Front loader as well. Perfect. So as you can see, it's going dark. Time is at 1:20. Nice and tidy. Great. And now we can actually see the Christmas tree in the dark as well. It's an added bonus. Lovely. Very nice. Very pretty. But I'm sure you wanted to see how much money we've made. So I think before we get there, I'm just going to have a guess. I really don't know. But I would say 50,000. I'd be really happy with 50,000. I'd be happy with anything, so let's just see. Okay. That tree really is good. £67,200, which means we now have £77,000 because we had 8,750 from property. That is incredible. So now we really can expand at a fairly decent rate. And does it mean we can buy a used combine? Probably not, but we're definitely a step, well, a very big step closer, a leap closer. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, and until next time, see you again very soon. Bye for now.